Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I have no idea what's going on with my computer tonight. Okay. Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. I can't, this technical stuff is crazy. Don't say no to sex. Baltimore says, don't say no to sex. Did he really say that? Nobody is saying don't say no. This is a serious matter, Baltimore. We have to think about our daughters. We have to think about being out there, having sex with everybody, and these men taking over their minds with their bodies. It's a serious matter because it's getting to be really bad when a woman can't think anymore, when it becomes all physical. So, hi, sweetheart. So, Baltimore, I was just talking about you. Your last comment before the computer went down was don't say no to sex. Really? Okay, the point of this production tonight is the fact that women are being humiliated with their bodies by men who are just having sex with them and have no intentions of loving them. We're talking about the women who are whipped tonight, who apparently aren't saying no to sex. They're actually having nothing but sex. And that is my point tonight. We have to get beyond just having sex at night. Does that make sense? That's all I'm saying, Baltimore. And women need to be in control of their lives and say no, no more. If you cannot come and take care of your children, if you cannot help me with my household, if you cannot help bring food in the house, if you can't help little boy, little girl with the homework tonight, we are not going to continue in this farce of a relationship, because it's really not a relationship when it's just about sex. You just whipped. And we don't need to be women who are not women who are doing something in their lives, focusing on bettering themselves, not waiting for the dude to come over and take over our bodies. We got to stop that. And I've had many women call me and say that I love him, but I know he doesn't love me. But I'm physically attached to him to the point where I can't do anything but love him with just what he gives me. So I said, well, what does he give you? He gives me the best sex I've ever had in my life. Okay. So is that what you call giving you something? He gives you the best sex in your life. Well, does he help you with the kids? No. Only one kid is his. No. One kid is enough. Does he bring food in your home? No. He doesn't have a job right now. He's having hard times. Well, if he stopped laying in bed with you 24/7, he can go out there and get a job. Get a job. Not maybe the dream job, but get a job to help take care of you. Why is it we're letting men control us through sex? Why? And you're getting nothing else out of it. And he's clearly told you, I'm interested in somebody else. You're not good enough for me. I can't settle down with you. You're not who I want to have in my life. I'm just having you in my life for now. Baltimore says say no and stay no. Stop giving in. Yes, Baltimore, but it's not that easy. There are women out here who are completely controlled by the man's sex. And men on this line, we have to think about our daughters. Women on this line, we have to think about our daughters. What else is this person going to be able to do for this woman? What is this man going to be able to do for my daughter? What is this man going to do for my sister? All he can do is bring a part of his body to the table, day in and day out. And the sad thing, these women are so attached to this man or to his physical being that they not only have one baby, they have two babies by him, because they're hoping that it's showing love to him so that he'll settle down with her and her two babies, not even focusing on the fact that he may have 5 other babies with another woman, or 5 other babies out there in the DMV metropolitan area. What about that? He's not going to ever settle down with you. And let me tell you about the man who comes to the table with just his private part. He will marry you at some point when he's worn out. Especially if you have a decent job, you're educated, you got a house. All he has to do is show up. And let me tell you a secret that many women don't know. If you are tied to a man who only brings you a vital organ, is that a vital organ? I think it is. It is a vital organ. It brings children into this world. If they're bringing you just that, and you decide to marry them, and they have 5, 6, 7 kids out there, do you know your income is part of his income when it's time to get a modification for child support? So, in other words, I'm going to break it down to you young folks out here. If you're dating a man, no, we're not dating. Remember, we're just having sex. You're dating because you're in love. But this man is just swinging it. He will eventually want to marry you when he's worn out and he's tired. But let me tell you why he's marrying you. He needs somewhere to sleep that's official. He needs somewhere to sleep that's official. So, he marries you. He has 5 other children besides the kids that you have with him. You might have 2, you might have 1. Do you know, sister, if you marry this man, and those sisters, those other sisters get wind of it, they can go to court and ask for a modification of child support. And do you know, if he fills out that form with just his income on there being 0, and they find out he is married, it is considered family income. Your income becomes his income. Your income will have to help him take care of those children. So you think twice. Hey there, Bianca. You think twice. Absolutely, he needs health care. Absolutely. Bianca, 5 other kids. Yes. I just talked to a young lady who says her boyfriend. Now remember, her boyfriend, but he is not her boyfriend per se. She's just one of the women that he's having sex with. And the sex is really, really good. So all she can focus on is when he's coming back over my house, when he's going to get in my bed. That's all she's focusing on. She is not focusing on the fact that he has nothing to offer her. What happens after sex? And women sadly think they can whip a man to loving them. If that's the case, all these women who have tried that, let's do a poll and see how effective it's been. Has it worked for them? Are they still with that man that they whipped it with? No, I can assure you the majority of them are not, because most women got a what? We got one of those things. I don't know no woman that doesn't have one. So why you think yours is going to be better than hers? That's what I don't understand. Bianca says nothing to offer because once he leaves, the other side of the bed will get cold real fast. And Baltimore said, I'm glad my baby mama not on here. Then Bianca says the lonely moments will creep up in regardless if he is a part-time lover. I agree. And we don't need to have a man inside our bed if he's not sincere to be there. And let me tell you, ladies, what a sincere man is. He don't have to have a child by you. He wants to know, do you have food in your refrigerator? He will not feel comfortable sitting at your table without providing something to put on that table. He wants to know, do you have gas in your car? He wants to know, is your rent okay? Can you pay it this month? He wants to know, are you okay at work? Do you need lunch money? Do you need your hair done? What about your nails? You haven't been out to get your nails done in a while. Let me take you to get your nails done. Women, give up on these booty call men. Don't allow somebody to come in your house at 10 o'clock, at 9 o'clock even. Have respect for yourself. Show up like a lady. Don't give in. Bianca says the lonely moments will still creep in regardless. Yes, they do. But I'd rather be lonely than to be a booty call for someone who has no intentions of loving me. And they have no regard for you, your life, your family, your friends. They have no regard. They have one motive, and that is to be disrespectful because that's all they know. And sadly, women have made it so easy for men to hurt us. Women have made it so easy for men to hurt us. Yes, I said it. No. Why does he need to buy you food for your house, buy you gas? No, that's not what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying, cousin. I'm saying, and I'm not calling him a maintenance man. No. Yeah, that's right. These are maintenance men. That is so true. I should have titled it Maintenance Men. But tonight, I'm going to focus on they're very, very bad. I sound like Trump, don't I? They are very, very bad for us. They're bad. They have no regards for us. They're disrespectful. They don't care. They have no regard for our life. They're only in it for them. They're the most selfish, self-centered men I have ever heard of. And the stories that I have heard in the recent months, I could write a book on. Cousin, what I'm saying is, they don't have to do any of those things. But the difference between a man who loves you is a man who is interested in how things are going in your household, especially when they see you're there by yourself and there is no man helping you take care of those children. That's a good man. I'm here to tell you, nobody says they're doing the work that you're supposed to be doing as a woman. I'm saying they're there to help you if they see it needs to be done. They step up. They're there. They're in. That's what I'm talking about. Those men care about women. Bianca says sometimes these women think that they have one up over the next woman. Absolutely. They do, and that's why they have a child by this man. They believe, well, wow, he has 5 children over there, but when I have my baby by him, he's going to treat this one different. We're going to show them that he's a new man because I got him now. I'm here to tell you, sister, it doesn't happen that way. If he's treating her bad and she's got 5 of his kids, I don't care if it's 1 of his kids out of the 5. What makes you think he's going to treat you better? Why do you feel you should be treated better than the one that he's left? No, you're just the one for this week, whether you have a child by him or not. Don't subject yourself to be used like that. Cousin says they should not see that women handle your business. Bring something to the table or sit down. I got you. I'm talking to the women that have something at the table. The women that I've been speaking to the last 2 months, they are educated, they have their own homes, but they're doing really bad in the man department. So because they don't have one, they are allowing the man with the stick to do his thing, and then he leaves. Then he comes back at 10 o'clock. He comes back again at 11 o'clock. They may not see him for a week. He comes back at 10 o'clock. He comes back 11 o'clock. He may not leave till 1 o'clock because he's got somewhere else to be or got somewhere else to go or got somewhere else because he's living with somebody else. But these men, someone called tonight, I believe it was Baltimore, the maintenance men. They come in, they fix it, they leave. But what I'm trying to share with the women tonight, that is not what we should be doing, period. We should respect ourselves. We should not allow somebody to come in our homes, disrupt our homes, to have sex with us and leave. They're not interested in us. They just want to take care of us because we left for some food downstairs for them. We fed them, and they fed us physically. We got to stop that. Stop subjecting yourselves to being disrespectful, and then you wonder why things aren't going well for you. Why you're not meeting a good man. Well, first, that I agree, Gerald. Thank you. But you allow it to happen. Yes, that's what I'm saying tonight. We have to raise our standards and stop allowing people to take advantage of us. Stop letting these men come in your house any time of night. Stop being a part of somebody who's not a part of you. And stop letting somebody lay in you. Do you realize we had a talk of a live back a few months ago it was on the radio station where I actually talked to an 18-year-old who's a virgin. And she said every time we have sex, that spirit is in us. So imagine if you got 3 of them guys. They're just coming in there doing their booty call, leaving you with, it's in you. It's yours. Now, remember, they were just with somebody else because they called you and told you that he was just at their house. So you got that with you too. So you're carrying around all that baggage. I wish all women thought like you. I call these women fly-by-nights. Yes, Gerald, I appreciate that. But it's not fair to call the women fly-by-nights if the men are the ones that are fly-by-nights. The men are just coming over, disrespecting them, but the sex is good. So the women allow themselves to be disrespected. As someone said on here tonight, it's the maintenance man. But do we need that kind of maintenance? How about working on this? How about working on this to get it healed? So if you respect yourself, if you love on yourself, you don't want a maintenance man. You want somebody who love and cherish you. Not someone who ejaculates inside of you and he just ejaculated in somebody else 2 days ago. And all that stuff is with you, in you, a part of you. It don't come out overnight. You can go to the bathroom all day. You leaving a part of that inside your body. We got to stop that. We have to love on ourselves, ladies. And just like one of the gentlemen said here, it takes two to tangle, baby. Yes, it does. It takes two. What I am saying is enough is enough. Enough is enough. Ladies, put the bar back up. Respect you. Respect yourself. Love yourself. You are a rose. You are a beautiful rose. Don't let nobody disrupt your life. Even if you were the booty call queen, stop it. Stop it. Dennis says, hello, Dennis. Gerald said that was me. These days when a woman meets a man for the first time, it's a physical attraction. So when they first get together and have sex, okay, Dennis, you got to give me the other part of that. It shouldn't be a physical attraction. Get beyond that physical attraction before you get physical. Get behind that pretty face or that young man with the nice muscles or the dark, tall, handsome man. Get beyond the physical appearance. Get to know that person. Don't let anybody just come in your house and you all love each other so much because of the way that you look that you go home and have sex and you don't know that person. People are losing their lives like that. We got to take our lives serious and don't take them for granted. I know a 54-year-old woman that's gone. I just found out a church member's sister, 57 years old. Don't waste your life like that. And we always say, I'm going to do it this time. And then tomorrow I'm going to get right. But tomorrow's not promised. And Leslie, my high school friend, said all that glitters isn't gold. That's absolutely correct. You don't even know who you letting in. Gerald says, I had a woman I did not plan on doing anything with, but they actually wanted to have sex on the first time meeting. Yes, I'm going to tell you about those women. They're so hurt because of what's happened in their lives that they have lost it. They are risk takers. They're losing their mind. They also want love so bad that somebody told them, if I sex him up and it's real good, he gonna love on me. They're not even focusing on the fact that, hey, this is the first date. I think we need to take it slow. I think I need to get to know you. As Steve Harvey says, wait at least 90 days. No. They want to get you all sexed up right away because they're in hopes, Gerald, that you will want to be with them after tomorrow. After tonight is over, tomorrow you'll start planning your future with her. You're absolutely right. There are women out there just like he just said. And he's just flipped the script. They are so interested in love. And it actually goes back to the same thing. The woman that is whipped, she's hoping one day you give in and say, girl, I love you. I'm going to settle down with you. Not only are you good in bed, I know you're the one for me. That's not happening. It's not happening. So all I'm here to stress tonight is, women, don't subject your body to that anymore. There's going to be some men mad at me, but there are going to be some women fussing me out too. I get that. And they're going to probably say, oh, that's easy for you to say. Take it or leave it. But I've had 2 women call me in less than 2 months about being with a man that they know is not good for them. But they can't let go because the sex is so good. One is in their 30s and one is in her 60s. Gerald says, listen, what do you say about married women that want you to sex them but no commitment? Am I wrong because I have one? Yes, you're wrong. Gerald, you can get killed messing with a married woman if that man finds out. Don't risk your life because she tired of her man not being home at night. So she's using you to fill that void in her life. Worse, if he's out whoring around, why can't she whore around? No, don't be in the middle of that triangle. It's not worth you and your family. Don't take that chance. Let it go. Let it go. It's not worth it. And women, we need to stop doing that. We need to stop letting men take advantage of us. And those that are desperately seeking men when we're married, shame on you. You do what you got to do to fix your marriage, or you get out of your marriage if you can't fix it. But don't play Russian roulette with somebody else's life. A lot of times your children's life. Don't do that. Don't do that. Sex ain't worth all that. And what I don't understand is when has sex become the most important thing in our lives, that we have to take these kind of risks with our own lives, with all this out there now. Do you drag your babies to church by yourself so he can get some rest, even though he doesn't have a job? Really, y'all? Does your body melt the moment he walks in after he just lied to you about where he was when you know he was with somebody else? Does he have more kids than we can count on one hand? Then it says, when a woman or a man meet for the first time and get together sexually automatically, they are seeing and going together before they have the chance to know each other. Very few women or men meet the person they are meant to be with in life. I disagree. I disagree. I believe men and women, if they take their time, and when they're meeting somebody for the first time, what is the rush of having sex? When you have sex the first time you meet, all of the intimacy goes out the window. There is no intimacy in having sex the first time. You start focusing in on the sexual relationship. That doesn't require this, and that doesn't require your heart. That requires lust. Lust begets nothing but lust. Love doesn't necessarily follow behind having sex. And lust can actually cloud your judgment. You can think because the sex was so good, oh, everything else is going to fall into play. Oh, I don't like how she yells at her kids. I don't like how she yelled at me the other day, but the sex is really good. So you start making excuses for her, and you realize later that is not what you want in your life. That's not going to work. So my thing is, you don't want to have sex with somebody for the first time. Get to know them. There's no rush in a relationship. There's no reason why you got to go for it right away. There's no reason for that. And it is no harm in getting to know somebody day in, day out before you jump the broom. Steve Harvey talks about that in Think Like a Man, Act Like a Woman. He says 3 months. That's the best advice he could have given us who are not married. Wait, what is the rush? You might go through that 3 months and realize, I don't like him. I don't like her. Something about her. She's nagging all the time. She's complaining all the time. But if you've already had sex with her, then you're in a relationship. You done already started something that's not even started yet. That's something that should take place when you're deserving of it. We should protect our bodies more than we do. Especially us as we get older. Young people, I know you can't help it. I got that. I got it. But at some point you better help it, because they don't talk about AIDS like they used to, but AIDS is still prevalent. STVs, still STDs are still prevalent. You might think they aren't because we don't hear about them day in, day out, but they're out there. So you got to be careful. You can't just meet somebody and have sex with them and think, well, you got your rocks off, so be it. Why? Why does it take sex to get your rocks off? Especially with people you don't know yet. Or you know this person can only give you that. He can't give you nothing else. Why would you waste your time with him? I've heard some women say, I can't wait till my kids go to college. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to be having them lined up. Why? You'll end up losing your life. You don't know who you lining up to come in your bedroom, in your home, where you support your family. It's not that serious. All I'm saying is we got to be careful with our lives. We got to be careful with our bodies. We have to respect ourselves, because they're not going to respect you if you don't respect yourself. And bringing the men home from the clubs today, just because they look good and smell good, today, in this era, in 2018, no, we can't do that. We got to stop that. We got to take our lives back, ladies. Cousin says, hey, cousin, people don't know how to make love to the mind. They always taking off their clothes because it's easier. It is so hard to sit and have a conversation with a man and woman nowadays, because we don't know how. We don't know how to allow somebody to be engaged with our minds first. Do you know how much respect a man will have for you if you just talk to him? You get to know him. You show him who you are about. You show him how you respect yourself. Do you know, even if he's a booty call man, He gonna run away from you, or he's gonna get his stuff in order to even be in your company. You may break him for being the way that he is with all the women. We are the reason why a lot of men are the way they are, because we don't have any boundaries. So they feel that they can do what they want because we're going to be right there in spite of whatever they do. So we got to step up our game, ladies. Be that beautiful rose that you are. If you have difficulties because of things that's happened in your past, God knows, I'm telling you, it has happened to all of us. I'm here to tell you, lots has happened to me. I got that. Go get help. Talk to a therapist. Read some self-help books, some relationship books. Talk to a counselor. Find somebody who can help you not be like that, who can help you cut it off. When he knocks on the door the next time, don't let him in. Matter of fact, I'll give you an example of that. Years ago, I was dating this 6'7". Oh my gosh, he was so good looking. Lord have mercy. We went to Dominican Republic, had a great time. And I was studying, I was working on my degree. I was an adult in college. Too fast growing up, so I didn't finish when I should have. But I got myself together, and eventually I got the first degree, then the second degree. But anyway, I'm going to go back to the subject. He came over. Okay, wait. Let me get it right. So we flew back home. He went to his home. I went to mine. And I said, okay, it was a great trip. I had a great time. I sent him a beautiful bouquet of flowers to let him know this was a great trip. He had never gotten flowers like that. So he was like, whoa, this lady's something else. When we went there, nothing happened because we were new dating about 3 months. I wasn't ready yet. He wasn't ready. The man was fine. He had sex all the time. So I was not going to be that kind of woman that would do that with him. He didn't need it. You get my drift? Sometimes you don't have to do because you know he already getting it somewhere else. So anyway, let me get back to the point. He is used to getting whatever he wants from women. I can tell that. I remember that. I was different. When we got back home, I said, look, I'm working. I got to finish this paper. I'm going to be working around the clock. So if you come, you got to come at 8 because by 10, I'm going to be studying from 10 to 1 and then I'm going to bed. Do you know he showed up at 10? And he didn't show up with just a apologetic knock. His knock was dun 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 dun. You know what I did? I went to the peephole and I said, look, I can't let you in. I told you I had to study. This was very important to me. This is my final grade and I got to stay up so that my employer can pay for it. I can't mess around, and I told you that. He said, are you serious? You gonna let me leave? Yeah. So he left. And he called me the next day and said, I can't see you anymore. He called me the next day and said he was kicking me to the curb. And I was like, dang, he kicking me to the curb because I ain't let him in? Okay. 3 months later, he called and said, hey, I apologize. My daughter misses you. You were awesome. We really like you. I messed up. You were right. I shouldn't have let you go like that. He shouldn't have let me go like that. My point is, I held up here. I didn't give in. Why do you think he came at the house at 10 o'clock? When I clearly said 8 to 10 is when I can entertain you at my home. Anytime after that is strictly studying. He came at 10. You're not supposed to open the door. We got to respect ourselves before somebody else can respect us. I didn't care if he was 6'9", dark, curly hair down his back, muscles all over the place, working tool. Cause no, we never even got that far. He blew it. He blew it. So my point to you ladies is, don't disrespect ourselves. If I had let him come in, who do you think was being disrespected? And as somebody said on live tonight, we got to take responsibility. We got to take responsibility. Love and respect ourselves first and always. Thank you, Cassandra. If we don't love and respect ourselves, nobody else is. I don't care if it's at the job. I don't care if it's with your kids. I don't care if it's with your husband. I don't care if it's with the church members. You have to love and respect yourself first. We got to take care of ourselves. And don't lower your standards. And if you don't have any standards, my sister, it's okay. Learn to acquire them. Call me sometime. I'll give you a list of them. You have to have standards for yourself. And you got to start somewhere. Start here and let it just gently just creep up till it gets here. And don't ever lower them for anybody. Because the moment you lower them, the more they will disrespect you. The lower you go, the lower they go. Remember that. The lower you respect yourself, the lower they will respect you. And who cares if they say, I ain't dealing with this? Bye, boy, bye. Because what you're saying is, I'm not lowering my standards for you. And he's saying, I can't deal with you because you won't lower your standards. And that's what you want. Go, bye. Bye, boy. If he can't stay here with you and help you raise it till you floating, you're floating. You're so in love with yourself till you're floating. If he can't be up there with you floating, loving on you, then he's not the one for you. Stop subjecting yourself to someone disrespecting you. We have to be accountable for ourselves. I wrote my first book, The Little Girl Inside, owning my role in my own pain. Understand, please hear that last phrase. Owning my role in my own pain. Listen, you have a lot of low self-esteem women today. Yes, Gerald, and I'm trying to pick it up. That is why I'm on here tonight talking about this issue. Owning my role in my own pain. What that means, I didn't play a blame game. He did this to me. he did that to me. And then he did this to me. Why did they do this to you? Where do you come in at? Why were they able to do this and that to you? I had to ask myself these questions. I had to ask me these questions when it occurred to me, hey, I'm the common denominator here. They're not. They don't know each other. So it's apparent it's something I have to do differently. I got to make some changes. Stop being a victim. I'm not talking to them domestic violence cases. They are raw. They are serious. We're not there tonight. I did that last week. I am talking about being a victim to people disrespecting you. At some point, we have to wake up. We have to realize we have a lot to do with somebody disrespecting us. The moment you start creeping that bar up, raising that bar up, is the moment you'll see a change in your life. Stop letting people come in your home, those men come in your home to lay up with you in the wee hours of the morning just because you need some. You need some what? Why? Why? And then what? You got Jaquita, you got Lene, you got Larita, all in your body. Because that's who he's been with. All in your body. They're part of you now because you with him. You done laid up, got your bed all pretty, got your sheets all nice, and here he come. Can't even bring you no Tide to wash the sheets. We got to make a change. Hello, James. We have to make a change. The low self-esteem, raise it. Raise that bar. Love on yourself. Get therapy. Get help. Whatever you need, get it. Talk to your pastor. Talk to the first lady. Talk to the women of the church. Go join the single woman's ministry at your church. The single people's ministry. I think that's what we call it. Gerald says, listen, I love women. If you give me sex on the first night, don't come to me a week later saying, can we, oh my goodness, can we, a week later saying, can we go out to I am not only thing we have in common is sex. If we started off going out, cool, I got you. I am going to tell you I have no respect for you. Just sex me and leave. Don't even want to cuddle. Yes, Gerald, thank you. We need more men like you to tell us the truth. You ain't into them. You don't care how fine they are, how good they look, how good they smell. If they gave you sex the first night, you're not interested no more. You don't want to cuddle with them and take them to the park tomorrow. You've already judged them. And sadly, she trying to love you. She's hoping and praying that it was so good you fall in love with her. I don't know. I think that happened in the 60s, maybe in the 50s, but it ain't happening today. I'm here to tell you, I don't know if it's because the mothers are telling their boys when they're young, don't mess with her, because I'm going to tell you now, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if that's the situation or not, but women whipping men, that's old news. Gerald just said it out of his mouth. Gerald, I commend you on that. Please send me your address. I want to send you my books. This gentleman said, if you give it to me, you give it to me. But after you give it to me, don't expect me to want to be your boyfriend afterwards. I'm only going to remember you for what you did the first night. And I'm going to treat you accordingly after I took it. Ain't no man going to say, excuse me, not tonight. We just met. How about give me 3 more months and then we'll see if we can go there. How about that? No. They going to say, well, damn. Thank you. But that's it. So we have to stop thinking that they're going to love us afterwards. They're not going to love you afterwards. Please stop thinking that. Ladies, I'm here to tell you it's not going to work. They're not going to love on you. Get to know a man first. Men, you right. Gerald, you got it. You are right on point. He said they're expecting something after that. He ain't expecting nothing. He done with you. Okay, you want to do that tomorrow night? Okay, sure, I'll come over. I'll bring you some popcorn. We watch a Netflix. I don't even want to spend no money on you. Why should I? I didn't have to spend the money that night. It's our fault, women. And you wonder why we being disrespected. We set it up that way. But if you change, they'll change. And if it's too much, if it's too hot in the kitchen, they will leave and you want to say goodbye. Thank you. Thank you for leaving. Now my slate is clean. I can start over. I can start fresh. I can start with somebody that loves me. I'm going to spend this time, this lonely time, getting to know me, getting to know who I am, getting to know what I'm supposed to be doing as a lady before I go back out there again, so that I can be treated like a lady. That's it. That's exactly right. Gerald, I have the utmost respect for you. I really do. I appreciate that, because you said it all right there. I've been on here for what? I can't see my time. But it's been 45 minutes at least. Jewel says, thank you for being transparent. I'm going to share this. Jewel, I want us women to keep that bar here. And again, I can't say it enough. If it's low, it's okay. We've all been low. But we as sisters need to help lift each other, help take care of each other, give good advice, not hater advice. Take care of one another, love on one another. Stop treating each other the way that we do. We need to stop that. Gerald says, I am only keeping it real. I am 47 and I don't have time. I am looking for love. Gerald, that is wonderful, and you will find love. But stay away from them women who want to give it to you on the first night. Stay away from the married women. Don't be a part of that, because their hurt doesn't need to become your hurt. And you can't fix their situation. And more chances than not, she ain't leaving him for you. So stay clear of those situations. And the karma ain't worth it. Karma dealing with somebody married is not worth it. Don't mess with somebody married. And I wish you much success, and I believe you're going to find who you're looking for when you are ready to get that person. Dennis says, everything you're saying is correct until women or men start to respect themselves, and only then will you get the respect you're looking for. When a man is confronted by a strong woman that has strong morals and self-respect is when he will respect you in so many ways. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll give you another secret. I have been dating someone for almost 5 years, and we had a disagreement. And this disagreement, he went ghost for 4 weeks. When he went ghost for 4 weeks, I went ghost. I said, we ain't doing this. We over. What do you mean we over? We've been going together almost 5 years. What you mean we over? Good man, y'all. Good man. Loved my baby boy. Helped us around the house. Helped me get my life back in order, because I was a mess after my last divorce. He said, what you mean we over? I was only gone. I had to get some. I didn't know what was going on. I just needed a break from you. You made me mad. 4 weeks? If you need that kind of break from me, you don't need me in your life. You didn't send me an email. You didn't say, hey, I hope you're okay. A phone call or fax or email. Text. No, and then 4 weeks later, hey, you feel like going out to eat? I'm done. So I don't think he'll ever do that again. We have just now started talking again. My point to you women is, my bar didn't change. My bar did not get lowered. When he went ghost for 4 weeks, it's over. Because you're not going to disrespect me. Nothing I did or said should have warranted that kind of action from you. Understand that? So if I had lowered this, well, okay, I can talk to you now 4 weeks later. What you doing? No, that sends a message that it's okay to be disrespectful to me. No, it's not. So we have to keep that bar here. You don't change it to accommodate them. You keep it here. I don't care if they're the best person in your life. I ain't talking about the booty call swingers tonight, right at this moment. I'm talking about even the good men. Sometimes you got to let them know. Don't you ever change the level of that bar. Don't bring it down. Now, I'm not talking about negotiating whether you want to go to this movie or that movie. I'm talking about principles, values, respect. If I allowed the 4 weeks to go on or him to get away with that, it might be 2 months the next time. No, that's unacceptable. You don't do that in relationships. It's disrespectful. Don't allow anybody to disrespect you. Gerald says, I react to your actions. Yes, I got that too. You really do react to their actions. And I'm here to tell you it's okay in those situations to act to their reactions. But when it comes to a woman who is good, who's a good woman, even a man who knows she's a good woman will try her. That's the moral of that story. Don't let nobody try you. Don't compromise. Don't compromise your standards and your self-respect. That's all I'm saying tonight. I appreciate you guys for being on. Gerald, thank you so much. I appreciate your frankness. That means a lot to me because you said a lot to women tonight. You said it. I mean, you said it better than I said it. The fact that you can give it to me tonight if you want. But tomorrow, don't be calling me saying, what you doing? You want to go to the park? You want to go out to lunch? You want to meet my mom and my daddy? Or you want to meet my kids now? He ain't thinking about you like that. You already gave it up. He trying to figure out when you going to give it up again, maybe. But he's not interested in loving on you. I mean, I am with you, but if you giving it up, I'm not turning it down. I got it, Gerald. And I got it. You a man. You ain't turning it down. I understand that. And I just said that earlier. If you gonna give it up, they not gonna turn it down. So don't get mad at them for not turning it down. Don't get mad at them for expecting you to do the same thing tomorrow. Don't go none on them a week later when you realize you done messed up by giving it up in the first place. Be a lady. Take your time. Get to know somebody. Your sex is your jewel. That's your treasure. Make it be treated as a treasure. Make it be treated as a treasure. Thank you. It's a two-way street. Gerald says, trust me, a married woman has her problems. She is just looking for what her husband don't give her at home. Absolutely, or her husband is going somewhere else and she's trying to get even. But there's no getting even in a situation of a marriage. Nobody should be interfering with a married woman or a married man. It's bad for you. It's bad karma. You will definitely get it back down the road. Or your child will get it back. Or your mother will get it back. Or your sister will get it back. Don't go down that road. Don't go down that road. Or he's going to be following her one day and somebody gets hurt because all hell breaks loose. And a lot of these husbands who are cheating don't expect their wives to be cheating. They expect their wives to be home waiting for them to get home because he's probably taking care of the bills, taking care of the household, taking care of the children. So how dare she go cheat on him? They don't see it the way that we see it. They see it as you be home when I get there, and you better not ever think about cheating on me. So stay away from the married women, please. It's a two-way street. Trust me, a married woman has her problems. Yeah, I got that. But that don't mean you need to be there with her. Stay away from these married women. Please do that. Just leave it alone. Okay. Jules says, yes, and a lot of women are so desperate to have someone, they settle for anything. Yes, that is so true. We got to stop with the desperation. Use that time to get you right. In your desperate times, use that time to read. Use that time to get to know who you are. Go shopping for yourself. Go get in the tub with some bubble bath. Go play some good music. Watch some movies. Get intimate with yourself. Start loving on you. Start loving on you. Jules says, or they are so insecure of themselves, they are afraid that they won't be able to find someone else, so they settle. Yes, there's a lot of settling. And if we be patient, and if we pray about it, and we get the therapy that we need, because I think a lot of women who are so desperate for a man that they are focused on that and nothing else, I think they need some therapy. I think they need some help. I think they've had some abandonment issues and they need to get some help in that area. Because a lot of times what I'm saying, if we're that lonely, that means we don't want to be with ourselves. And if we don't want to be with ourselves, that means we don't like ourselves. And we should love ourselves. How in the world are you going to love a man if you don't love yourself? How you going to love anybody if you don't spend time to learn who you are, and what you want out of life? If we study that well enough, you ain't going to take no mess off of nobody. But we don't spend enough time with ourselves to get there. We so desperate to pick up the phone. What you doing? Why can't you just not pick up the phone and just spend some quality time with yourself? Just spend some time with yourself so that you can get to know who you are. If you love you, ain't nobody gonna hate you. Ain't nobody gonna hate you. But you gotta love you first. You gotta love you first. Gerald says, oh no, only call me when you on your way. LOL. Oh, you are so funny. Only call me when you're on your way. I got it, Gerald. I got it. I will even send the Uber for it. I got you. Y'all hear that? This is a young man that's telling you how it works. You don't need to hear from me. I can just shut my mouth and let him do all the typing tonight because he's saying exactly what I'm saying, but you're hearing it from a man who's telling you. And y'all be saying, girl, he picking up a Uber for me. I know he loving on me. No, he ain't loving on you. He just needs it tonight. I had a girlfriend who told me she was leaving Durham, North Carolina at 10 o'clock p.m. to go to Fayetteville to be with somebody just for that. The car could have broken down. She has children, grandchildren, but she had to have it. So she traveled from Durham, that's about 45, 50 minutes in the dark. Nothing but a dark road going to Durham, going to Fayetteville from Durham, North Carolina. I'm a Durhamite. That's my hometown. So, what you think gonna happen when he get there? That's it. What you think gonna happen in the morning? You think he gonna love her because she traveled that distance by herself at night? Could have had car trouble, anything. He didn't go pick her up, granted. She traveled to him. We gotta respect ourselves. We have to respect ourselves. Did you hear what Gerald said? He will even spend the money to get an Uber to pick her up and bring her to him. Because that's where the relationship is going at this point. Ain't nobody gonna take her to the movies after 5 nights of doing just that. That she has determined where the relationship is going. She has determined where the relationship is going. So, if that's what you want to do, don't complain to me when it doesn't work out. It's not going to work out. I'm here to tell you right now, it's not going to work out. Take your time. If you don't hear nothing else tonight, love on you. Because if you love on yourself, none of this stuff is going to happen. This will be a mute issue altogether. Ain't going to be no more booty calls if you loving on yourself. Gerald says, but is that her mess or mine, sis? That's her mess. That's not your mess. No, you're not wrong. No. Now, the only place you are wrong is when women are doing this, they ain't right up here. So, the same way I said your ejaculations are going in her, they're also from the other women that you've been with. So she loaded up with Tom, Dick, and Harry and all of that stuff inside her body. Eventually, it's affecting this. So you might end up, Gerald, with a fatal attraction where she might need a Uber to come to your house if you ain't answering the phone no more. And she don't want you to see her car. And she might be in the bushes waiting for you to come home or waiting to see who's coming out of your house. You got to be careful with women who are readily available to give their bodies to you. I know when we're young, we don't know any better, but when we're older and we do know better, you got to be careful. Because some of these women are sick. That's another topic. They done got so much of, that this is messed up. Because each time they got the sex, they thought each time there was going to be love. And there ain't no love. So they're a vicious cycle, running and running and running, trying to get with the right one who finally connects with her physically and says, baby, I love you. I ain't never going nowhere. You it. And it never happens. You don't know, Gerald, how many of those you got, how many of those that she has had. So for that reason, my brother, you need to be very, very careful of women who readily give it up. You don't know how many more they've had in their lives like that. And enough is enough. At one point, they're going to explode. And you might be the one they explode with. But that's another topic. We're going to talk about fatal attraction one day. Because I'm also getting a lot of calls about them. If he don't do this with me, I know where he lives. I know where his children are. I even know where his mother is. No, y'all got to be careful. Because when we get hurt a lot, it plays with our mind. Because ain't nobody got no therapy. Everybody, black people still scared of therapy. I don't know why, because I got a whole lot of it. But I'm going to tell you now, if they ain't got this worked on, and they've been hurt a lot, this is messed up. And when this is messed up and the heart is messed up, you got to be careful. That's where fatal attraction. This and the heart messed up equals fatal attraction. So, Gerald, take it easy on them sisters. Take it easy on them sisters. That's not respect at all. Hey, girlfriend. Hey, my sis. Gerald says, listen, I had a woman come from D.C. to me, but I let her, Gerald, I'm gonna write a book about you. To me, but I let her know from the door what the deal is, and she still came. And that long ride she took was a turnaround. Got mines now. It's time for you to go. She presented herself and told me she wants sex. So take that ride for her. And she came, and afterwards it was time to go. Okay. So what you're telling me is she came all the way from DC to be with you. And that was it. After you whipped it on her, you wanted her to get in her car and go back home. Is that what you're saying, Gerald? And she didn't want to go because she thought you were going to be in love with her and y'all were going to have a nice little relationship. And sometimes you would come to her and sometimes she would come to you until such time y'all figure out where we going to live and where the baby's going to be and so forth and so on. And that didn't happen. That's what I mean about the mind. That's crazy. She traveling to get to you, to be with you intimately. It ain't just for sex. She's hoping eventually she hit the ball out the ballpark. You want her for love. And it doesn't happen that way. I almost think men should tell women up front, I see you tried, but she thought the sex was going to make it happen, and it didn't. You're not interested. No matter how far she came, you wouldn't have cared if she came from London. You're not interested. When it becomes sex, it's sex. I got you, brother. But women don't have you. And that's what we got to. It's not your responsibility. I'm going to take ownership of that as much as I can, as much as they'll listen. We have to take ownership, women, of each other. Women, y'all hear me? If you know of a girlfriend who's going through this, you know of a sister who's going through this, you know of a mother. Yes, mothers go through this. The woman I was telling you about was a mother. 3 daughters. 3 grown daughters. It's out there. It's very prevalent. Women got to stop using sex to try to find love. It's not out there that way. We got to love us. We got to respect ourselves. Let's respect ourselves, ladies. You're right about that, sis. Thank you, Billy. Crazy psycho stalker. Yes, Cassandra. If you mess with this and the heart, that's what you got. And remember, men, women all jacked up because we done had a lot of disappointments. And if we don't get healing and learn to forgive and learn to respect ourselves, this ain't nothing but psycho stalker. So be careful, men, who you let in your home just for the sex, because they may not want to leave. And you get them in there in that spirit of all them women in your bed and women, all those men in your bed. Come on. And then you wonder why ain't nothing right going on at home. You got to let that go. Bringing all them bad spirits in your home. Ain't no love in that. It's no love in that. I know I'm going to get blasted on my message. Oh my gosh. I know I'm going to get blasted, y'all. Listen to this. Billy said, I got shot by a woman like that. Billy, what you do? You whipped it on her, and the woman lost her mind because she wanted you to be in love with her, and you just liked whipping it on her. Your focus was sex, her focus was love. Y'all got to be careful about mixing the two. You know that woman wants to love you, but you're not interested in her for that reason. So you lose that, they lose it as a result of you not being interested in them that way. And you got shot, and Billy lived to tell about it. I bet you Billy's careful about women nowadays. Are you not, Billy? He says, I got shot by a woman like that. You don't play with women who are giving up sex on the first night, on the second night, on the third night, on the fourth night. They have an agenda. And these women are not right. They are emotionally drained. They are physically drained, looking for love in all the wrong places. And I think you men are taking advantage of a disadvantage because you know that going in. If they're offering it to, if they're following you home from the club and they 40-something years old or late 30s, you know they know right from wrong. But no, I'm sorry, you know they don't know right from wrong. They're trying to find love in all the wrong places. And you're capitalizing on that moment because you're going to get some good sex because that's what they're good at. But when this is messed up and they're hard at the same time, you get shot. And I know, Billy, I know that's exactly what happened to you. They fell in love. They fell in love. Learn to love and respect yourself first. Yes, Jewel, that's what we have to do. Dangerous women will get you killed. Married wives, because let me tell you about those married wives. Now, they already got a husband that ain't doing right by them, whether he's emotionally unavailable or physically unavailable. And then they fall in love with a boyfriend. And then the boyfriend said, I don't want you. I got me a new girl and she ain't married. Excuse me, I've been sneaking out of my house, my beautiful home with a nice car in the driveway, and my kids go to private schools, and I'm sneaking out my house to be with you, and you say what? No, they messed up here. They messed up in their heart. That means fatal attraction. That means getting shot. Y'all have to take responsibility too, brothers. Because to me, in a way, you guys are exploiting a situation that you know is bad. You know it's bad. And to me, you're manipulating the situation to get what you want out of the woman. But you know that woman ain't right. You know that woman's not right. And as Jules said, dangerous women will get you killed. And you don't want to play with your life. People love you. You got family. You got children. You got people that really care about you. Even some coworkers love us. And you're going to jeopardize all of that to be with somebody for sex. And then what? And then what? So y'all ain't going to ever let me get off because y'all keep commenting. Jules says, you cannot play with your feelings of that kind of woman. Yes, you can't. Because she's emotionally disturbed. We get that way when we've been hurt for a long time. We get that way. And then y'all want to leave us? And we thought y'all loved us because you're having sex with us every night? That's a warped mind, right? I agree with you. But she don't know she warped. She doesn't know her mind is jacked up. She's whipped, remember. That's the gist of this conversation tonight. She's whipped. So this is all mentally jacked. She's mentally jacked up. Her heart is jacked up. Physically, all you're doing is you're really alleviating the pain that she's going through here and here. But when you're gone, this mind is ticking. This mind is ticking. She's already jacked up, remember. Jules says, and you cannot play with the feelings of that kind of woman. You can't. And you men, our brothers, are exploiting that. Be careful. The gentleman that said he got shot, be careful. You got to be careful. These women, they love you because that's the kind of love they know. They don't know no other kind of love. They didn't have, many of these women that you all are playing with didn't have a daddy. Or their daddy wasn't there. Their daddy didn't warn them. Their daddy didn't teach them. Their daddy wasn't there to say, this is love, what I'm showing you. This ain't love. They didn't have that. So then they grow up and they're out here looking for love because they thought the videos with the sexy clothes, all the makeup, all the different hairdo. You know how much money women spend on hair products? We, as women of color, we put the hair industry in the billion-dollar market. We do that for you. We do all of that to make ourselves look good for you when we're not right here. And then you say, I don't want you. I ain't want your whole A anyway. Oh my gosh. That'll get you shot. That'll get you shot. Yosef says, one question I always ask people when it comes to relationships is, would I marry myself at this time? Men and women need to ask themselves this question more so. I agree. And that's why I say, Yosef, that we need to self-help. Check us out. Women, get prepared for a spouse. Men too, get prepared. That's a great way of looking at it, Yosef. Will I marry myself? Today in my life, I done been married plenty of times, y'all. But if somebody married me today, they'll have a better me because I'm prepared. I know who comes first. God does. I got a good job. I'm educated. I'm a good mom. I take care of my children. I've raised productive citizens. And I help others. And I'm involved in my church. I do community service work. Okay. Most importantly, mentally, I'm mentally stable. Today, we gotta be able to say we are mentally stable. If you got issues where you go off at the top of the hat, you need some help. If you gotten to the point in your life where if somebody drops something, you ready to fight, you're defensive, you think everybody out to hurt you, you're scared to go back out there, you have all these walls up, you need some help. And I've been there. Ain't nothing wrong with getting help. You gotta be prepared for the real person in your life, the good person in your life, the quality person in your life. Yosef says, one question I always ask people when it comes to relationships. Oh, we said this one. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just repeating now. Jules says, yep. Think about that. So I'm leaving on this note because I'm not trying to keep y'all all night. But I want you, the women, to understand, and the men too, to take something out of this, because the men that said tonight that I'm gonna hit it if I get it, I appreciate that. Because you let the women know that's what it is. If you offer it to me, I'm going to take it. Or if you come back tomorrow, want me to marry you, don't even go there because it's not happening. And then another gentleman said, I got shot by one of those women. So men, from this conversation, be careful of messing with women who are not prepared. If they're offering you themselves on the first night, they're not prepared. They're dangerous. Women, if you are still allowing men to be your maintenance men who are not there to love on you, to respect you, your family, your children, they're not the ones for you. Don't let them in your home. And if you're still doing that, you're not prepared. And you need to get prepared. Keep that bar up. Don't let it down. Have standards. Live by your standards. When you respect yourself, others will respect you. If you do not respect yourself, no one will respect you. Not anybody, not even your own children. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. I have no idea what happened to my computer, but that's how Jules says, get yourself together. So well. Jewel, that is so important because your soul, that's all we have. And your sex, save that for your king. Ain't nobody good gonna want you if you all used up. And men, stop taking these used up women. You know they're used up when they're offering you their bodies on day one. Yosef says, we have to get together again. I want to present 13 signs of a no good man. Hey, let's do it next Thursday, Yosef. That would be awesome because that goes with what I just talked about, the booty call. I love you all. Thank you so much. You guys warm my heart. I'll see you next time. Please share. And also like me on my I Am Still a Rose page, please, because I'm running out of friends and I want some more friends. And secondly, I'm on YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you missed these, they're being moved over to my YouTube channel. And my book, I Am Still a Rose, it is selling well. I'm so grateful. Women have said that it has changed their lives. Men have read it and gotten through divorces better, and they understand women more by reading it. So don't forget The Little Girl Inside, and there's also I Am Still a Rose. That book is about my life from the beginning to present. And that book is powerful because it shows you that we can go through crap. We can be spit on, talked about, abused, but still stand up at the end of the day and say, I'm still a rose in spite of all that. We still got it. But I didn't have it yesterday. I had it today because I got this prepared. I got it prepared. I got it worked on. I got it healed. And I healed my heart. And I learned to forgive. So I wrote about that. And I am still a rose, y'all. I am still a rose in spite of it all. Men, read it. I really want y'all to read it. And men, stay strong. Yosef, I appreciate you so much. And the gentleman that said he got shot, that was deep. Y'all got to stop playing with these women. That was Billy that said he got shot. And Gerald said it point blankly. I'm going to take it if you give it to me. But that don't mean you're going to be my wife tomorrow. I just paraphrased it. But I got you, Gerald. Please text me, message me, Gerald, on the other side so I can send you something. Billy, I appreciate you too. I got shot. I want to know your story too. You got shot by a woman like that. Y'all better stop playing with these crazy women. These women ain't no joke. But remember, we need to feel for them, have compassion for them, have empathy for them. They've been through hell. And they don't know how to get out of it. So they're thinking you're going to be the savior. And then you turn around and do the same thing the other one done. And they can't take it no more. They tired of being abused. But that don't mean y'all need to be a part of the problem. Be a part of the solution, brothers. We need you all desperately. I got some fine, good men on here tonight. Billy and Gerald and Yosef and all the others that have joined in on the back end. Thank you for joining tonight. You guys stay in touch. I appreciate you so much. We're going places because we're going to get through to these women. I was a mess back years ago. I was turning left and right, didn't know whether I was coming or going. I was married, didn't have many boyfriends, but I had some husbands now, and got beautiful kids as a result of that. But that was hell, and hell and back. Okay, but we good now. I'm prepared. I'm still a rose in spite of it all. I love y'all. I'll see you next time. Yosef, I'll see you next Thursday if you're available. Let me know. Have a good one in spite of it all. Thank you. Good night.